Welcome back to Tomorrow's Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. And today we're going to talk about the second of the three governing bodies for collegiate sports. We're going to provide some insight on the NJCAA eligibility requirements and close the series out with the NCAA eligibility requirements. We want to make sure student athletes are aware of the eligibility requirements for each of the three governing bodies when it comes to a student athlete making a decision where they would like to further their college sports career. Let's get into the NJCAA. There are requirements for high school student athletes that are graduating. There is no eligibility center for NJCAA student athletes. To attend an NJCAA college university from high school, a student athlete must be a high school graduate with an academic or general education diploma. If the student athlete doesn't have a high school diploma, they must pass a State Department of Education approved high school equivalency test or exam. And also remember, National Junior College Athletic Association colleges, universities are two-year schools. So please check out the NJCAA website at njcaa.org to get all of the rules and regulations when it comes to getting a letter of intent, athletic scholarships, social media infractions, tryouts, medical insurance, the required GPA to remain eligible. And also, when it comes time for you to transfer from the NJCAA college or university that you may attend to a NCAA or NAIA school or university, you will need to get that information as well on the policies and procedures that you need to follow to make sure you retain your eligibility. And, I had one of the comments in one of the previous videos about some of the, I'm not going to say myths, but some of the negative feedback that some students get from going to a junior college. Guys, let's understand, a lot of student athletes, they have sat down with their family and devised a plan on the direction that they may need to go. In many instances, you have students that need additional time to develop physically as well as mentally to prepare themselves for the grind, the daily grind that it comes with going to one of the bigger schools that's governed by a NCAA or NAIA governing body. But I'm gonna use one individual in particular that he just got drafted in the NFL this past Thursday. Isaiah Wilson. Isaiah Wilson got drafted by the Tennessee Titans, the number 25th pick. Many of you say, yeah, I remember that guy. He got drafted out of Georgia. Well, guys, guess what? Before he went to Georgia, he actually went to Sierra College, which is a junior college. And I'm sure Mr. Wilson and his family sat down and they devised a plan on exactly how he was going to get to where he is right now. And really, that's what it's all about, because there's many students out there that have the grades, that have the test scores, but don't have the film that backs up their ability to get out there on the field and do the things necessary that some of these schools are looking for to put them in their system. And this may be a way for them to go ahead and get that advantage back that they were not able to maintain while in high school. So let's not frown upon them for the decisions that they make. Let's salute them for continuing on with a plan to succeed. So now, let's get back to the NJCAA content. And like I stated before, they don't have a eligibility center for student athletes to register. When it comes to making a decision on on a college or university, the student athlete would like to continue their collegiate sports career. Once they fulfill their requirements with the NJCAA schools, now it's time that they would need to go to mynaia.org for NAIA for any NAIA colleges or universities that they look to attend. Remember one thing, guys, as I stated in the initial video, NAIA has specific requirements that you must adhere to when it comes to wanting to transfer to their schools. So please make sure you go there and read that documentation. Get familiar with it. So while you're devising your plan, you know what you need to do to make sure there's a successful and seamless process for you when it comes time to transfer. Next, you need to go to, if you're choosing to go to an NCAA school, you'll need to go to NCSAsports.org. And you would need to follow those guidelines there as well when it comes to transferring from the NJCAA college or university over to an NCAA school. Guys, we got to make sure we sit down and take time with this information. Understand, more times than not, many of you may need a year or two to develop. Like I said earlier, you may need time to develop your bodies. You may need time to get additional film under your belt to present to these schools to show them that you're capable of playing on that level that they are accustomed to playing week in and week out. And like I said before, guys, let's get out of the habit of looking at student athletes when they make this choice saying that, you know, they don't have good grades or there's some type of negative connotation that, you know, is following behind them when, you know, they have a plan in place. You know, some student athletes, some of you out there, your dream school is where you want to go. And you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure you get there. That is following your dream. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, you got to understand what it takes. You have to get out there and still do the work in the classroom, as well as the work on the field, as well as the work, you know, in the gym, keeping your body conditioned. All of those things work hand in hand. All we're really looking to do is make sure that we have student athletes. We want student athletes to be more informed on their options. Understand that, guys, your options, and not panic when that D1 school doesn't come, that D1 school or university doesn't give you a letter of intent or, you know, scholarship saying, hey, we want you to come be a part of our, you know, program. Guys, there's still a way for you to get there if you're willing to put in the work. This just may be the way. You know, understand. And honestly, I didn't even speak on the fact that you have some students that they may go to a major university, and because they were not able to fulfill the requirements that were needed, they had to transfer to a junior college and then spend a year or so there and then come back and then go back into the system to where they can get back to another, you know, top level university or college and continue on with their collegiate career. So by no means do you ever want to sit and frown upon someone going to a junior college, also known as NJCAA, which is their governing body. Let's just keep in mind, continue to keep uplifting one another, regardless of the decisions that we make. Again, guys, remember one thing. We're all set to get across the finish line either together at different periods of times, or sometimes we may get there before someone else. But as long as you get there, that's what counts. The objective is to continue on with your dream, which is playing collegiate sports. You want to have a collegiate career in order for someone to possibly look at you as a pro. Not saying everyone is going to go pro, but I'm just giving you insight on what many have done before you and what many will do after you. So, guys, if you like the content that I'm sharing with you, please don't hesitate. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and as well as on Facebook. Remember, guys, be the one. Be that one that the school falls in love with and you fall in love with them. Be that one and lead. Have a great day, and I look forward to speaking with you guys soon.